Hi there.
Again, hello, hello, and hello, and hello. Everybody knows you're gonna say hello to 'em. Say hello to 'em. Say hello to them. Say hello to 'em. Hello and welcome back to Goose's Crackpot Theories. This is another Tales from the Shelf, where I take something that's been hiding up there in the old Goose's film shelf and we take a look at it. We're going to do a little bit of unboxing, we're going to do a little bit of pamphlet reading, and I'm going to show off the disc, the box, and the inserts. And gosh darn it, we're going to have a heck of a good time looking at it. Last time we took a look at the Demon's Rook, and that was a fun time, but I felt a little stilted. I felt like scripting it out that much was a little, bland. And so today we're going to off the cuff it just a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of go through what I have planned on doing without trying to structure it in such a way. It should feel a little more breezy. It should feel a little bit more like the wind's going through your hair and blowing it all about and stuff, you know? Get that nice head in the fan look, you know? That makes all the ladies or men or whoever in between swoon for you, you know? We both know that you're a sexy devil. You ain't gotta tell me! But anyway, if you find this informative, or if you enjoy the tone or the pace or the vibe, then please do me the favor of liking and ideally subscribing as well. I'll probably dream of you. I'll dream of how handsome or sexy you are, and I'll dream of how amazingly good of a person you are, and I'll just dream of us like romping through the grain fields together of Elysium, you know, after a heroic death on the gladiatorial battleground, you know, hand in hand, our skirts blowing in the wind. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Anywho, the title of today's pull from the movie shelf, I haven't figured out a cool sinister name to call it yet. The Tome Shelf of Darkness. We'll figure it out. So today's pick is called Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter.
Can't you be original for a change?
If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you hang out. I'm Goose. Let's talk about Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, why don't we? Taking this directly from the back of the box. It's been a good week for reporter Mike R. Wave. Not only has he become engaged to his girlfriend Richelle, but he's about to blow the lid off a conspiracy at the local nuclear power plant. Unfortunately, the plant's evil executives have another ending plan for Mike's scoop. They toss him into a bubbling cauldron of radioactive waste. But good reporters don't die. They just mutate into toxic zombies. Soon Mike emerges from the vat with vengeance on his mind and without his skin. In an orgy of thermonuclear revenge, the radioactive reporter lays waste to the corporate cretins who scarred him, proving once and for all the pen is mightier than the sword. TerrorVision is oozing with joy to bring this radiating flick to disc for the first time in a world with new 4K transfer supervised by the director, and is proud to continue bringing cinematic oddities such as this one back into the world of home video for a new generation to enjoy. These special features include commentary with writer-director Craig Price, writer David Werekrook, David Scammell, who plays Mike R. Wave, and Grant Vistorino, who plays Randy Cack. It also includes commentary with Paul Krupp of Canucksploitation and film historian Jason Pichonsky. It includes the making of The Revenge of Radioactive Reporter. It includes the origins and advice, meet the makers of Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. It includes remembrance and rumination of Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, VFX discussion with Craig Price, and visual effects supervisor John Gajdecki, Radioactive Reporter screening with Q&A in 2024, a slideshow, still gallery, and trailers, of course. As stated previously, the film is helmed by director Craig Price, who is also known for films such as The Dark, Good Witch, and The Marijuana Conspiracy, none of which I've seen. He's also an accomplished writer and producer, and has one acting credit to his name. Writer David Werekrook, as well as Craig Price, craft a narrative that tells a pretty unique story in my HO. And David Scammell plays a pretty decent Mike R. Wave, though I don't think that I've seen him in anything else. Catherine Barris Hess plays Rachel Darlington, Derek Strange plays President Dick Swell, and Randy Pearlstein plays Joe Wave Jr. Supporting cast include Angelo Celeste as Rob Burr, Michael Lubovic as Ron Duins, Eric Aronson as Jack Lai, Grant Vistorino as Randy Koch, Stuart Dinsworth as Tom Collins, Linda Findley as Cher Noble, Paul Lamoth as Chief Bullocks, Jane Edmonton as Hooker, Larry Baker as Iceman, Mike Ward as Iceman's Thug 1, Mike Bryson as Iceman's Thug 2, Richard Zapieri as Fritz, David Lancaster as the Flasher, and Elaine Dweck as the Flasher's victim.
Come out wherever you are.
The cast members seem to fondly remember the production, one such cast member being quoted as saying, "I think the best part about working on a film is seeing all the different divisions of labor, all the departments and skill sets, on a set that is friendly and, more importantly, competent. You begin to feel comfortable trying each of those skills on your own, which usually ends with trashing your friend's dad's Betacam, but who cares? It's not our problem. We're making movies." On speaking with one of his co-stars, he said, "I remember we said this to each other. This could be in a video store. We could be in a movie in a video store. This was huge, and you made it happen," to the directors. You know how rare that is? I had a friend in Montreal who sent me a review of the movie from the newspaper. I still have it. You and your team made a promise and kept it. Another production member has left these kind words inside the booklet you'll find if you get this particular version of the film that I have in my hand here. Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter is another Canadian movie that was filmed in Toronto, which you're now holding in your hands, eagerly anticipating the oozy campiness that awaits your eyes. The Radioactive Reporter, Mike R. Wave, gives me a Darkman meets Freddy Krueger vibes mixed with some 89 Batman Joker.
And it glows in the dark, babe.
The Magnum Entertainment VHS release ain't cheap or easy to find, but luckily, thanks to TerrorVision, Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter can be conveniently enjoyed by the masses. And now you can also impress your friends with some Canadian horror history while watching it. I'll leave that still in the book for you to discover. So grab some Canada Dry Molson beers, all dressed in ketchup chips, and immerse yourselves in radioactive maple syrup, my fellow hosers. If that is an indictment of the film's quality, I don't know what is.
Come on, stud. Take me to your breeding ground.
This is the trivia section. It's short. There's only 2 elements of the trivia section. Executive producer Howard Goldfarb was sentenced to 6 years in prison for bilking director Craig Price and the latter's outfit Priceless Productions out of more than $300,000 in distribution rights to this film. It is the last film to be distributed by Goldfarb's distribution. That's all I could find as far as the trivia goes, so enjoy those little tidbits. All right, now that we've discussed a little bit of the production and some of the details about the movie, let's take a look at the physical copy. All right, there is the cover right there. It's pretty cool. It's matte. It's very modernized for the younger crowds who like poppy graphics and bright colors. If we give it a flip, we get a slogan for the movie that says, "Great reporters aren't made, they're mutated." And let's go ahead and open her up. All right, first we've got a postcard that says, "Barkley Nuclear Plant, energizing your community today and every day." It is just like a normal postcard with a radioactive symbol on it and a little area for a stamp, which assumedly means that you can actually send this somewhere. I'm not sure. This QR code here on the bottom looks like a QR code. Please feel free to scan that and let me know what it does. Pretty sure that is for the distribution company, for their website or whatever. Pretty cool. All right, we have the movie itself. We'll get into that in a second. And then this is kind of the no shit coolest part of the whole thing. It's called Nuke Massacre, and if you can't see that, it says Essays About Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. So it's actually essays that the cast and crew have sent in for this re-release, and they have been recorded for posterity in this wonderful booklet that includes production and set photos. I don't want to ruin all of these for you. I kind of want you to go out and buy this product and support this distributor and help them to make more of this quality content. So I'm going to leave most of the contents of this book unwitnessed by you, the viewer. I can see them at any time because this is in my apartment. I can see this whenever the heck I want. And gosh darn it, I'm gonna take a look at it any damn time I want. Moving on, let's take a look at the poster that comes with this. I won't be able to show it all in the same frame, but there's the bottom of it. You can see Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter, a nuclear nightmare that'll leave your skin behind. And we've got sort of the next portion up. It really is just kind of the cover of the VHS/DVD/movie. There you go. There's that. So you get all that in the little box that it comes in. All right, and here is the movie itself. Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter slides out of the sleeve just like that. Take a look at the sleeve itself. The sleeve is embossed, which is pretty cool. The graphic is embossed. I really love the fact that some distribution companies who do these sort of remakes and retreads of older movies, I love how they kind of try and update the box graphics, as well as like they kind of just make it more sort of HD, but also they do these things like embossing, which you really don't see a lot. Like you don't really see rentals really anywhere, but in like, you know, things that are not revivals of old movies, you really don't see embossed covers a lot. You do kind of with some, like I know collecting cards have some embossed like foil variants, which are kind of cool, but like you don't see it a lot in movies these days. You really just see mostly just this kind of thing, this deal here, where it's just a standard movie package. But I really like it when companies kind of go all out with, because they have to buy these rights, right? And so they got to recoup that by charging a little bit more for the re-releases, and so they have to, you know, recoup some of that, and so they do that through increasing the quality of things and making things just that much more cool and tactile and just more of an experience. And I think that's really cool. I think it's cool that they take that, they really apply that attention to detail. As you can see on the front here, it is him post-transformation, and then on the back it is pre-transformation. It's pretty cool. All right, here is the box itself. It is pretty standard. It looks just like the jacket, and if we reverse it, we get all of the relevant details. Please feel free to take a look and screenshot that if you need the details, if you need to know who the director or the writer is, or any of the production details, any of the back of the box stuff. Go ahead and pause it and take a screenshot there. But that's about it. That's about all there is to this particular package.
Hold her right there!
Not again.
In addition to the information that we've shared about the production and the cast, here's what my wife had to say about Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. And I quote, "One of the best VHS covers on the video rental shelf back in the day. A very fun, very late 80s/early 90s horror comedy with a film noir vibe and impressingly goopy practical effects."
Siamese twin.
And there you have it. She gives this film a 3 stars and says, check it out. And if any of the information that you've heard here today makes you want to run out and buy it, then I've done my job. And stay tuned for the next pull from the Tales from the Shelf. I got to come up with a better name. If you have a suggestion, please go ahead and put so in the comments, and I will bid y'all a good day. But before I go, remember this. Drink lots of water, go hug a loved one, and though some days may seem really bleak and like it's not really worth trying, there is going to be another day. It is the laws of nature. The sun's going to come up again, and you're either going to have to decide to wallow in your self-pity or take another step, live another day, and try to move forward in whatever small way that you can. And gosh darn it, have a wonderful day, all right? Get out there!